Hi, my dear students. How are you? I think all of you are very safe in your homes. Okay. In these days, we have revised about respiration, photosynthesis, and excretion with the help of different types of questions. Now, today I am going to revise the chapter heredity in your syllabus. Before going to the video, I want to explain about 3 or 4 important words in the chapter. One is heredity, second one is inheritance and variations. First one, heredity. What is meant by heredity? I think all of you know the meaning of heredity. Passing of characters from parents to progeny. That is, passing of characters or traits from parents to progeny is called heredity. The character may be color, character may be hair color or skin color, whatever it may be. Passing of characters or traits from parents to progeny is heredity. And now second word, inheritance. Inheritance means passing of characters or traits from one generation to next generation. Passing of traits or characters from one generation to next generation. That is nothing but inheritance. Okay, variations. Differences in characters within the group of different organisms is called variations. Variations means differences in the characters within the closely related groups of organisms is called variations, right? These variations may lead to evolution. These variations may lead to formation of new species also. Okay, these 3 words are very important in this chapter. Okay, now here I don't want to go into deep into the chapter. Just while I am going through the question papers in these days, I saw a question. That question I want to explain here, which may be very important for your further examinations, that is bioscience exam. Here I want to pose that question. The question is, let us see the question. The question what I saw in the question paper is, one student wants to cross a pure tall plant with a pure dwarf plant. What would be the F1 generation and F2 generation? Explain. I again repeat the question. One student wants to cross a pure tall plant with a pure dwarf plant. What would be the F1 generation and F2 generation? Explain. Here I think you have understood the question. Before going to explain the answer, just I want to introduce a few words here. First of all, before going to the answer, first of all you should remember George Mendel. Here he is known as the father of genetics. According to him, a pure plant means an organism having same factors. Factors means what he wants to say. He said that is, for every character 2 factors are responsible. According to Mendel, for every character 2 factors are responsible. For example, here we took a tall plant. Character of tallness is because of 2 factors. The 2 factors according to Mendel as taken as capital T and capital T. These 2 factors are responsible for tall character in that plant. Okay. In the same way, in dwarf plant also you have 2 factors. The 2 factors are mentioned as small t, small t. Here tall plant is mentioned as capital T, whereas dwarf plant is mentioned as small t, small t. Then here I want to give a clarity. Why it is used as capital T and why it is used as small t. Here capital T means, according to Mendel, when 2 factors are there in a particular organism, one will be dominant and another will be recessive. The dominant factor is mentioned in capital letters and recessive factor is mentioned in small letters. This is the why we use capital letters and small letters while mentioning the factors. Here tall plant means capital T, That means these are the dominant factors. And dwarf plant means small t, it is recessive in nature, recessive factor. So they are mentioned as capital T and small t here. Now let us come to the question. Here question is, one student wants to cross a pure tall plant with a pure dwarf plant. What would be the F1 generation and F2 generation? Explain. Now we have to go for F1 generation. Let us see in the next slide. Here in F1 generation, a pure tall plant is crossed with a pure dwarf plant. All the plants obtained in F1 generation are tall. Here let us see the chart. From tall plant having capital T having factors, we get a gametes containing capital T only. Whereas the gametes coming from dwarf plant, pure dwarf plant, that is small t, we get the gametes having small t's. If both are united, both are combined, or if they are crossed with each other, incidental or naturally, if it happens, then we get the progeny containing capital T and small t in F1 generation. That means in F1 generation we get the plants having the factors capital T and small t, but already we come to know that capital T is dominant. So here all the plants which are in the F1 generation are tall plants only. Here we get only tall plants. That is the F1 generation. Now let us see the F2 generation. Here before going to F2 generation, I want to explain two another words, that is cross pollination and self pollination. Here in F1 generation we took up cross pollination. Why cross pollination? Means one tall plant we crossed with one dwarf plant. Those two came from different parents. That's why it is called as cross pollination. That is F1 generation because of cross pollination. Whereas in F2 generation we go for self pollination. What is the meaning of self pollination? Means the plants which come from the same parents are crossed here. The type of pollination is called as self pollination. In F2 generation we go for self pollination. When the plants of F1 generation are self pollinated, two different types of plants obtained are tall and dwarf in the ratio of 3:1 phenotypically, but genotypically the ratio of plants is 1:2, 2:1. Here we get different types of plants here in F2 generation because of self pollination. Here these plants can be categorized into two types. One is phenotypically and genotypically. Phenotypically means, let us see the next slide. Here if you go for F2 generation, there we get the gametes of one parent, that is having capital T and small t, and the gametes of another plant are also capital T and small t. If they unite with one another, for example, the gamete having capital T unites with the gamete having capital T, we get the capital T having plant, that is tall plant. If incidentally or naturally, if a gamete having capital T unites with combines with a gamete having small t, then we get the factors capital T and small t in a plant. And the gamete having small t from one plant combines with the gamete having capital T of another plant, there we get small t and capital T having plant. If incidentally, if a gamete having small t unites with the gamete having small t of another plant, we get a plant having both small t's as factors. Here if you observe clearly, we have 4 plants. That 4 plants, one of them having capital T and 2 of them having small t capital T's, and another one having factors small t. Here we got 3 types of plants. Here when you divide them according to phenotypically, phenotypic ratio means according to the appearance, according to the surface, which we see. According to the appearance, if they are divided, we get 3:1 in the ratio of 3:1 in F2 generation. This type of ratio is called phenotypic ratio. That means, once again I show you here 3:1 phenotypic ratio. That means, if you clearly observe, capital T means tall plant only. Capital T small t means that is also tall plants. That means we have 3 tall plants here and 1 dwarf plant. This can be seen superficially. So this type of ratio, that is 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant, this is because of appearance. So this type of ratio is called phenotypic ratio. Next we have another type of ratio, genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio means the ratio based on the factors present in the plant. For example, here in first capital T, 2 factors are same, that is pure plant it is. We have both capital T and capital T, that is one type of tall plant. Then we have 2 tall plants which are having capital T and small t as factors. This is another type of group. And next, third one is small t. Here we have different factors, that is small t. This is another group of plant. That means we have 3 types of plants based on the factors present in them. So this is known as genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio means based on the factors present in the plant. Here that ratio is 1:2:1. That is about genotypic ratio. Before ending this video, I want to introduce 2 other words, that is homozygous and heterozygous. If the factors of a character are same, then the type of organism, the type of factors are called homozygous, and if the factors are different, the type of plant is called heterozygous. Homozygous means if a character has same factors, then it is called as homozygous. If the factors are different in a character, then it is called as heterozygous. Here in these plants, first one, tall plant is homozygous and dwarf plant is also homozygous, whereas 2 plants having capital T and small t are heterozygous. This is the answer we have to write for this question. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this or if it is useful, like it and comment on it. Okay, thank you. Bye.